morning I got up around 8. I studied for my calculus final, then I took my calculus final, and now I really need to work on some of these essays. I really just am not in the mood. I've been watching Victoria, and I'm like halfway through an episode, and I'm like, do I finish watching it, or do I force myself to write a paper? I pulled out all the books that I am going to need for this paper. I did not read all of these books, by the way. We've read like little parts of all of them.
So I turned on the timer on Forest to give myself, like, I was gonna work on this for like an hour, and I had so much trouble with this essay, you guys. Oh, it was so stressful. But I was just going through, I was just trying to brainstorm. I was originally gonna try to write, but then I wound up just writing like an outline, which was actually really helpful because it made my mind a lot clearer.
It's like 8:30 this afternoon. I basically just worked on my essay. I got maybe halfway, so I'm stopping with that for today. I was having a lot of difficulty focusing, then I ran into one of my friends, and I went and studied in one of the lounges, wrote my paper. Not really, we kind of just messed around, played some hangman. It's a fun time. And then we went to dinner for 2 hours. I'm just like in a good mood. I thought I'd be really upset this weekend because at home my dance studio is doing the Nutcracker, which is literally one of my favorite things to do ever, and I'm missing it like crazy. Spending time with my friends really just put me in a good mood. Just reminded me how lucky I am to be here, how lucky I am to have friends like them, and that I've been able to meet them since I got here. You know that feeling that you get whenever you have like a really good conversation with the people and you just feel really comfortable and really yourself? Well, that's how I'm kind of feeling right now, so I'm just like in a good mood. But now I have to study chemistry.
So here I am just going over some practice problems from one of the chapters for chemistry. Chemistry was the exam that I was most worried about, so I was doing a ton of practice. Actually right here I think I was first going through the notes that I had made and just like reviewing them, condensing them even more, just kind of writing down things that I think I need to remember. And then I went ahead and got started with some practice problems. I'm writing things down on my computer whenever there was like specific things I was like, I need to look over this again, or I just need to remember this, with like really small little pieces of information. So it just gave me another place where I could like look back on right before the exam.
So today actually has been a relatively productive day. I was gonna get up early, but then I was so exhausted, and I haven't really like slept in any day since like a few weeks ago, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna sleep this morning. So I slept in like an extra hour. I got up around 9 and I went and had breakfast, and then I worked in the dining hall for a while, and I finished the rough draft of an essay that I have due on Wednesday, which is good because that thing has been looming over my head for so long, and I have been trying to finish it, and I just haven't been able to get in the right like mindset to write it. I walked to the library with Allison. We did some work there. I had an interview. I have a job for next semester, which I'm very, 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 very happy about. I worked on some chemistry problems for a bit because chemistry is like my one test exam, and then the others are all papers now since I've taken my calc exam. And so I just have been grinding on chemistry. Now I'm going to work on my theology paper, because that's due tomorrow, and I haven't looked at it for about a week. I'm just like trying to keep myself motivated, which is easier said than done. Yesterday I was really having like a trying day. I didn't do anything. I went into Philly, and I have the video from that if you want to see that. So I don't know if that's going to be in this or in a separate video. We'll see. Today's Monday. I only have to get through Tuesday and Wednesday, and I fly home Wednesday, so I'll be packing up and everything. Ooh, I can't wait to go home.
Once again, to study for chemistry, I was just going through some practice problems. I was going back through at this point because I'd done all of these problems like a million times, so I was going back through doing some end of chapter problems, which were like the harder problems, and just flipping back through the chapter, making sure I understood as much as possible while I was doing the problems, and things like that.
Good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday. I go home tomorrow, which honestly seems like the craziest thing because, like, I have to take my chemistry exam first, and it's kind of scary. Right now, it is almost 9. I'm walking to the other side of campus to turn in my theology exam because my professor does not accept the emailed. And then I think I'm going to go to the gym for a little while, just to get some workout in, because I know if I put it off I'm not going to go later, so I'm going to go there. And then I've got a pretty busy day, lots of studying.
So I got back from the gym, I had a shower really quickly, and then I just went in and put in all of my washing into the laundry because I have not done any laundry since coming back from Thanksgiving break, which is very bad. I am so bad at keeping up with my laundry. I had to use 2 machines because I had so much. Study mode now, really. I'm gonna get on with some chemistry end of chapter problems, and I'm actually really happy because I just sorted out something that was like kind of stressing me out. So my current roommate is actually moving out. We just didn't get along that well, and one of her friends' roommates was moving out, so she was like, oh, I'll move in. And so one of my friends is actually going to be moving into here, and I'm so excited.